Like beating hearts, the Tesla Gigafactories make everything work. Tesla's entire future is encapsulated within these walls, which are scattered all over the world. Considering Elon Musk's remarks, advancing the manufacturing capability of the company is next on the list of priorities. Also, there has never been such a high level of volume production in the automotive industry, or perhaps even in manufacturing as a whole. To achieve this vision, we need to put each Gigafactory into full use at its full potential. We also need to keep expanding the network to include new factories at strategic locations across the country. Here is a look at how the Tesla Gigafactory locations, as well as the legacy plant in Fremont, California, are doing. A bit of a bump in Tesla's Giga Shanghai production has been seen in the past few weeks, but word on the street is that things are now back to normal and maybe even better than before. There is no doubt in the minds of most people that the entire city of Shanghai has entered a very strict lockdown at the end of March this year. This resulted in Tesla's Gigafactory being shut down for weeks, 3 to be exact. Tesla returned one shift of workers to the factory and forced them to live in a closed loop so they could not leave the production facility. In May, they were expanded to 2 shifts of closed-loop employees. Then, the city's restrictions were lifted on June 1st and business was allowed to resume as usual. Due to that, Tesla's delivery numbers in China plummeted from 68,000 units produced in January to what seems to be 33,500 units produced in May. Now that early numbers for June have been released, it appears that productivity has not only returned to pre-shutdown levels, but may have even exceeded them. There are unofficial reports that estimate Tesla China has delivered 45,500 cars so far. This information can be reverse engineered from vehicle registration numbers and insurance policies. Although delivery is a separate step from production, these cars may have been built earlier and are just now being shipped because of some lockdown interruptions. Nonetheless, this is still a very strong result to date, whatever the circumstances might be. Considering the productivity on the 1st of June is still very low in comparison to where it is now later in the month. Therefore, roughly speaking, Tesla China deliveries for June 2022 should reach sometime between 70 and 75,000 units, which would be an all-time high. In financial terms, that's what bullish means. Also, this July, we expect work to continue on upgraded production lines for Giga Shanghai in order to increase the capacity by another 20,000 units per month. Thus, they could produce about 80,000 vehicles per month and 1 million vehicles per year. In addition, there are rumors that Tesla is planning to build a whole new manufacturing facility about 50 kilometers from the existing location. Furthermore, the construction of the Giga Shanghai partner would have probably been underway by now except for local restrictions. From what we know, the capacity would be around 450,000 vehicles per year. The first stage of Tesla's existing Shanghai factory took Tesla about 12 months to build. Therefore, it's probably safe to assume that the construction of the additional facility will take about 1 year as well. Giga Berlin is slowly keeping pace with Shanghai, while Shanghai tries to catch up as fast as a rabbit. Moreover, at Tesla's plant in Germany, customer vehicles will start production on the 14th of March 2022. The process is going very slowly. However, according to Giga Berlin, they manufactured just shy of 9,000 Model Ys in vehicles during their first 3 months in production. Meanwhile, a little comparison chart Troy Teslike made on Twitter compared Giga Berlin numbers for the first 3 months against Giga Shanghai numbers for the first 3 months, and there is a pretty wide margin. Within 3 months of launching in January 2020, Giga Shanghai produced over 16,500 Model 3s, which is 1/3 the output of Berlin. For one, Germany has a very meticulous culture, and there are some headwinds for Giga Berlin. The company doesn't seem to work quickly, but hiring new workers seems to be a major concern. According to reports from Germany, Tesla does not offer competitors wages, and thus their auto workers do not leave established plants. Further, Tesla expects to hire around 12,000 people when the factory is fully operational, which currently stands at around 3,000 employees. Now these reports about wages appear to be coming directly from IG Metall, an existing workers' union in Germany. As such, there is likely to be some inherent bias in their assessment. However, the fact remains, moving to Tesla would mean a substantial pay cut, one they claim to be up to 20%. Yet only a small fraction of experienced workers will make that decision. Then, to believe wages will increase along with productivity, they would have to be very certain. Tesla has nevertheless achieved an important milestone last week when they announced that Giga Berlin built 1,000 Model Ys in 1 week. With this, Musk congratulated the team on Twitter for the first time, saying that over 1,000 cars were being hit by the team per week. This all takes place against the backdrop of great uncertainty hanging over Europe and the energy crisis. For countries like Germany to be able to power their economy with cheap energy, they were very dependent on natural gas imports from Russia. However, this is all about to change. Much of Europe has already experienced a higher cost of energy and heightened inflation as a result of this. Although fuel prices here in North America are increasing at a rapid rate, they are much worse in Europe. Germany is making moves to become less dependent on Russian natural gas, but admits it is probably not moving fast enough, according to the Volkswagen CEO Herbert Dietz at the Qatar Economic Forum. I cannot see any evidence that Tesla is going to install solar panels on the roof of Giga Berlin as they did for Giga Texas, looking at the most recent drone flyovers. It is unlikely Tesla will generate its power anytime soon, if ever. From an aerial view of both facilities, the Giga Berlin roof does not appear to be as suitable for solar installations. It's uneven, and there are a lot of things sticking out, so you can see pretty clearly that in Giga Texas, there's a long, flat, barren roof, while Giga Berlin has a lot of activities on it. I don't think Berlin's attempts to become energy independent with renewables have much hope. With regards to Giga Texas, this was the latest Gigafactory to open, and so far has been gaining productivity steadily. Then, in the past week or so, we have seen several delivery events taking place around Dallas and Austin for the newly unveiled Model Y, and predictions have suggested that Giga Texas will sell around 2,300 vehicles within the first 3 months. It seems like the first impression of these new Texas-made cars have been very positive thus far. In the meantime, the building around the main Austin site continues to be renovated. Despite recent drone videos showing that solar panels are being installed, there is still a lot more to be done. In the future, Tesla will be able to assemble vehicle batteries and battery cells simultaneously at this location with a battery cathode production plant. Additionally, land north of the main building is being cleared and leveled for what will become a permanent substation and megapack installation. With this small power plant, you can store and regulate the power generated by your massive solar roof installation. Fremont delivered over 127,000 vehicles in the first quarter of 2022 and is projected to deliver nearly 133,000 in the second quarter. Fremont is currently on track to exceed 500,000 vehicles per year, which is still 50% more than it is now, and Elon Musk believes more can be done by the company. The Tesla Model 3 and Model Y are the most American-made vehicles, according to a study conducted by Cars.com. Tesla continues to show very strong signs that it is about to conclude a major agreement with the government of Indonesia to build a massive infrastructure project covering the entire spectrum of mining to end users. Joko Widodo, Indonesia's president, pitched Tesla as an end-to-end electric vehicle manufacturing company. It's kind of staggering when you think about all that Tesla is doing across the globe. They've grown so much over the past 2 years that it's just staggering. Can they go even further in 2022? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and thanks for watching. If you'd like to receive updates on Elon Musk and his companies, make sure you click the subscribe and bell button.